Welcome back to Stories from the Vine. My name is Ginna, and I'm one of your book psalms. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. So just to introduce myself, I have received just enough formal wine training to be dangerous, but not enough that any restaurant should or would hire me. I have a genuine love for both books and wine. I have studied wine, wineries, and vineyards. I've met with winemakers. I've heard their stories about the literal blood, sweat, and tears that went into the making of their wine. But hearing their stories, it moved me. And I found that I appreciated a wine so much more after understanding the story behind it. That is what this movement is ultimately about. It's about being moved. It's about feeling deep emotion with our books and our wine. So I'm also an avid reader, and there are some books that technically are probably very well written, but you don't feel anything. There's no emotion. You don't connect with the story or the characters. And I think we can have the same experience with our wine. I've had some wines that I thought were okay, right up until I knew the story behind the wine. And then my experience with what was in my glass completely changed. Take, for example, Domaine Oué in Loire Valley, France. The wine itself is truly elegant. But once I learned that the winemaker, Gaston Oué, was a prisoner of war during World War II. He hid bottles of his Vouvray wine in local caves before being captured. He almost died in captivity. But while a prisoner of war, he blackmailed a guard into allowing him to throw a wine party for his fellow prisoners. This was a very well-organized event. He had bottles of his Vouvray retrieved from the caves, and when each prisoner found his designated spot at one of the bottles of wine, they found this message. This evening will give us time to recall and glory in one of France's purest treasures, our wine, and to alleviate the misery with which we have had to live for so long. A party to celebrate wine? No, it is not just that. It is also a celebration of us and how we have survived. With this little glass of wine that we are going to drink tonight, we will savor not only a rare fruit, but also the joy of a satisfied heart. Now tell me, will you not experience something different with your next sip of Oué's Vouvray wine? Wine and books both tell a story. And when those stories align, when they collide and they have a common thread, each story magnifies the significance and the intensity of the other. Let's start this journey. Welcome to Stories from the Vine.